So, while 80% of multitasking is honestly pretty awful, there is, as always, that 20% that's actually really useful. To explain what I mean, I have to go on a bit of a tangent though. Early on in my career, I was exposed to an idea called the Buddhist Wheel of Life. The Buddhist Wheel of Life is a circle with 8 sections to represent how satisfied or successful you feel you are with different aspects of your life. These include friends and family, personal growth, health, finances, and so on. That is a whole different subject, perhaps for a different course, and so I'll give you a link to explore it on your own time. However, I wanted to introduce this concept because learning about the Wheel of Life introduced me to another idea. That idea is that you can actually accomplish 2 goals at once by doing mutually productive activities. The idea here is to never do anything that doesn't improve your progress on at least 2 sections of the Wheel of Life. This is a bit confusing. It may seem too analytical, and it's really hard to explain it theoretically. So let me give you some examples. These examples come from my own personal life. One of my goals, as I mentioned earlier, is to improve my Russian language skills. Now, I could hire a tutor, sure, but that would only accomplish 1 goal. It would only improve 1 section of my Wheel of Life, personal growth. However, if I decide to travel to Russia and practice with native speakers there, as I've done twice this year, then it also improves my satisfaction in the fun and adventure category, while simultaneously improving my Russian skills. Even better, if I decide to visit my friends from business school while I'm in Russia, that makes 3 sections, all being mutually fulfilled. It gets better than that actually, because some activities are even better if done in conjunction with one another. Here are a few examples. Learning to speak Russian in a higher stakes environment with native speakers in Russia is way more effective than learning from a textbook or a tutor. Double dates with friends or going to a museum and learning something with your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, and so on will improve your relationship more than just sitting on the couch and watching movies together. Did you know that exercising while learning or reading actually improves your memory and brain function? Listening to an interesting podcast or audiobook can also help keep you alert and engaged during long drives. So you get the idea here. If you want to be really productive and effective, you should try to nurture 2 aspects of the circle of life or wheel of life at once. But hey, even I get tired and lazy sometimes. I watch TV and silly movies on the couch by myself every so often, and I shouldn't feel guilty about that. But I can make a choice that if I'm going to relax, I need to do something productive. For example, I can stretch out my muscles because one of my goals is to improve my flexibility. I can watch the movie I want to watch in Spanish or Hebrew, which are languages that I do want to improve in. The point is that you can always find ways to make even your downtime productive in some way, shape, or form, in ways that are not exhausting or emotionally draining at all. So try it out. Check out the links to the Buddhist Wheel of Life and see how you can link up activities that are mutually productive or made better by the combination. Great examples include going for a run with a friend instead of just you and your dog, or maybe try reading while you're on the exercise bike. In short, figure out little ways that you can make use of the good kind of multitasking to benefit and make the most of your time.